Hello, recon here, and welcome back to Combat Mission Cold War, where we are continuing the Czechmate scenario. So we are taking elements of the 18th Motor Division from the Soviets, and we are reconning in force against the American-held Czech border. And we are just under an hour into, or just over 50 minutes into this scenario, and we are still trying to kind of really break into this valley in front of the village here, of a town here. But all in all, we're not in too bad of a shape. I kind of play thus far, more recently has been to really strengthen our infantry position along this ridge and kind of overwhelm the local kind of American infantry here before we can push out with our vehicles. And that's essentially what we're going to continue with. So early part of this episode should see, so we've got one infantry squad here going to push up to this tree line to give us some better vision and hopefully engage in some firefights. I've also started using a few more targeted area commands, because I really want to kind of keep the pressure on. So both with my automatic grenade launchers, who for whatever reason can't see the guys, but also with one of my light machine guns. I want to kind of put pressure on these American positions. And partly I want to do that because I've decided now is the time to grab one of my BTRs, and I'm going to bring them round into here to a bit of an exposed position against this American infantry. Bringing them into kind of here where they aren't exposed to any known ATGM assets beyond the handheld stuff the infantry have, and I really want to test what kind of capability these American troops have left after we've kind of been pummeling them for a bit. And the reason I want to do that is I want to make sure that the area is a little bit clear before I start risking bringing any more tanks through. And I've lots and lots of BTRs, so I'm not really concerned about losing one should this go awry. Main threats from the US side of things, well, so yes, there's any handheld Dragon units here, which has been surprisingly effective for the Americans thus far, despite the fact I didn't have much luck when I tried them myself. But beyond that, it's these two Bradleys who are sitting at the back. This guy, not so much, because he doesn't have a great line of sight, but this Bradley is a huge thorn in my side, great position, kind of commanding views of entrance with lots of ATGMs. How are we going to deal with it? Well, we've got two options. One, which is, I think, a fairly low likelihood of success. We've got our recoilless rifles, which are finally about to get in position. Very extreme of their range, might be able to take a shot. But beyond that, and one of the reasons I want to make sure this area is clear, is if I'm satisfied I'm not going to come under any anti-tank or any anti-vehicle fire from here, I can bring some of my tanks essentially down into this little riverbed where it's kind of protected from the Bradley, and then mass maybe three or four of them even, and then just get them to all pop up along this ridgeline and just use superior numbers. Yes, we might lose one, hopefully no more than that, but it's within range. It's about 2k range for our main gun, or so the internet tells me. So that'll the kind of general plan. Beyond that, other things we might see happen, well, both our kind of short-range ATGM teams have got vehicles in their sight, both just these M113s, nothing particularly spectacular, but yeah, I'll take it. A kill's a kill. And that's probably about it. So we'll just push the button, and then so we'll go for the other thing I need to consider, and I'm not going to do it right now, is what to do with my mortar assets. I'm probably just going to dump the rest of my ammo somewhere around the town, but I'll ponder it over the next minute as we kick off the action. So it has been a week since I've recorded the last video, so just trying to get my head around things. Oh, before I do, one last thing I want to mention. So the infantry squad I had coming over here were originally destined for this cliff line here, with the idea of kind of dominating or just kind of taking on the American soldiers here. I'm pretty confident I cannot get across this river. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. So it's probably a bit of a waste to have committed so many forces here, but c'est la vie. However, I'm slightly concerned if we come all the way out and pop ourselves out in this ridgeline, we are exposing ourselves to Monsieur Bradley and his 25mm cannon. That's going to go pretty badly for my infantry units because they have no response at this range, which may have been what befell one of my scouts, which where I can't find him. Over here we go, dead body right here, which I thought was an automatic grenade fire, which it could have been. It definitely could have been, but it could also have been just 25mm Bradley shells kind of catching on trees. Still a bit of a similar graphic, and I didn't investigate it enough at the time. So instead, I've got the infantry to come down. Actually, I'll just move the camera, swizz it around a little bit, to head down this little gully section, so we can get some visibility on this area without exposing ourselves to Bradley. All going well, we'll take out the Bradley, and then we can push someone off that cliff line. And just really, I just don't want to worry about these guys hitting me in the flank if and when I do push the town. Well, when hopefully. Okay, let's crack on and see what happens. Oh, that's right, I have the very end last video where the Bradley got sight on my one of my BTRs. So these guys just took a casualty. I'm just going to check where that came from. I suspect it's from the guys actually down in this valley. Oh, actually maybe not. Hang on. Which direction did that come from? Maybe it was from over here. Must admit, the Americans on this flank have cost me dearly. There. Okay, so we know roughly where the Americans are now. And honestly, I think they might just be right there, but for some reason, none of my guys... We've got a few teams dotted around, are managing to spot them, and they're just inflicting casualty after casualty. This is a... Well, we've got the slight edge of a blue outline. That's gone now. But no, my left-hand maneuver has... you can see it there, just there. Has pretty much failed. I'm pretty disappointed by how that's transpired, actually. But can't change too much about that. So we've had one... missile. I don't know if they've shot the same target or if they just missed, but we shall maybe see if they have another go. Some more grenades going out. See this Bradley going to get involved against my infantry. He is so problematic. Oh, hang on. Is that your... That was your last missile. I think you just missed with it, didn't you? Yes, you did. So that's four ATGMs to take out one M113. That's not what I would call a good trade. Oh, sniper man doing his job. So there was a M60 wielding American here, which is not him. Is that... No, it's just this M16 with a grenade launcher. So there's maybe an M60 maybe died, but this is the guy we want to kill, to be perfectly honest. Kill the man with the dragon. So we've got plenty of units not on forced engagement, so we should hopefully be taking shots at him. Including our marksman. Yeah. But we shall see. I'll go check him out at the end, see if we got him or not. They are pulling out, which is good. I'm not sure how many casualties we're inflicting on them. Just excuse me while I scoot in. I want to see what we can see here in terms of what's left. Right, I know. Just do a cheap trick and get rid of the trees for a moment. It's just a dude. Just gonna watch him go at 6. I'm guessing we didn't hit him. No, we did not. Oh, I wasn't far off. But no bueno. Disappointed by my ATGM missing over here. I mean, 4 missiles for one M13 I don't think is a great rate of return. But sometimes these can't be helped. Okay, let's go command phase. Our BTR is only just getting into position. So things we want to change up. Right, well you guys can stop your targets because they have moved. Actually, you could Why not? Just go there, see if you can't get ahead of them. I mean, you're fairly inaccurate with your fire, but that'll do. I just want to try and catch whomever we can. You're not in position. Okay. Or you weren't... No, you're not quite in position. Where are you? There. What's your line of sight from here? Ooh, technically you can see this hill. Out of range. 60 meters, yeah, too long. Erg. Much erg. Alright, well, deploy yourself anyway. You should be able to shoot at other things. But it looks like we are going to have to try our mass tank solution to get rid of, to deal with that asset. Why? Oh, that'd be why. No, don't hide. Yeah, out of range. Yeah, take him out with your last missile. That's okay. I can get behind that. My BTR. I'm going to get you to keep moving. I'm assuming you don't die next turn. I'm going to start moving my tanks out. But we'll get this other BTR to head out with you. You should be still picking its way through the forest, but that is okay. And you're kind of useless for me now. Might use you as a scout later just to open up a separate angle, but I don't want to reach you just yet because other scouts I've had in that area have come to a fairly untimely end. How are you doing? Okay, you're still kind of hunting and hiding. This is good. You guys need to face this direction. I might get you guys to hunt ever so slightly forward. See if we can't find this pesky squad. This one you should move along the road sign. Okay. And we've got our first guys down at the tree line. Although now the Americans have disappeared. I want to get you to quickly move over to this corpse of woods, and then we can move you up to the edge. I think that gives a good position. You're deploying. You're just chilling. You should fire off missile. Okay. I'm also going to clear your order because we haven't seen anyone in a while. And then, do you know what, I will, just for the sake of things, continue to pester these guys on the way out. And we'll go one more minute, and then we might make a bit more of a decisive move with our armour. Interesting discussion in the comment section about how perhaps the armour is a bit of a red herring, and there's a lot more advantage to be had of just a massed infantry assault, which I think is a great shout. I'd say I've had a lot of problems keeping my armour alive. And there's quite a lot of cover and access route for infantry to get a lot closer. Oh! Hey! ATGM unhid themselves and took care of an M113. Which we might as well watch because I've not seen any nice explosions so far this episode. He sees it, but too late. Oh, that was loud. So these guys are out of ammo, but we do have some supplies working their way up the hill, so we will get them to resupply, because they have been pretty baller, that team. They are running out of assets in range. Oh, okay. We have another dangerous Bradley. Spot some of our infantry over here. And looks like we're taking some casualties from it. No, you're just rightly so having a bad time. Why have you stopped? Interesting. Okay, command phase. You were on a hunt order, so maybe you got a glimpse of someone, which is entirely possible. I would like you to move over there, please. And your fellow can come and support you. Now, we've spotted some more Americans up on this hill, and they did have a dragon at one point, which we were trying to have a good go at. Not that man, but he may well still be there. So, but at least we can keep him suppressed, if nothing else. Why are you not fully deployed? We'll get you to keep targeting this hill. Good lad. And then this team, whereabouts are you? Yeah, you're in a reasonable position. I'm going to have you scoot forward. Maybe a couple more action squares, just give you better line of sight. And let's check on our resupply, which has made it a good way up this hill. So I'm going to continue to get you to see if you can't keep squeezing forward a little bit, and I will get you who are arrested to quickly run back. And we'll get you some more TGMs. Send you back into the fray. You're deploying, that's good. Okay, I will. I'm slightly leery. Maybe I should just do something like that. Oh, in fact, maybe we should do it straight away if they can. I've driven this guy forward because grenades are enough really to cause this chap problems. Well, look, just shoot that up for the first 15 seconds and change your mind if you spot anything else. But it's crazy that I cannot get eyes on them. Okay, you guys have made it all the way across. That's fantastic. I'd like you to move up to the edge of this woodland, please. And there should be some guys pushing around behind you. Here they are. You are pretty good from a conditioning point of view, so I'm going to get you to do a little bit of jogging. Just get you slightly closer to the front. Excellent. Okay, as things stand, we'll do one more minute. Let's get our BTRs in position, and then I will probably put a cutaway so I can do a bit more detailed check, make sure everyone is still behaving themselves as they should be. I'll check over the left hand side afterwards. I'm keen to see what happens over here. Ah, so we've definitely got some Americans there. Set up with one of the heavy machine guns. Oh, okay. So this is pretty unfortunate. And looks like the same fate with the fella friends, which I'm guessing is that automatic grenade launcher I was talking about. Yeah. Wow, that is brutal. So we have dropped a whole load of artillery on here, but obviously it's not been enough. So we'll have to look at how these guys are positioning themselves. Yeah, half a squad gone already, and I suspect more will go before the minute is done. It's disturbingly effective. Oh, I hope we don't walk into that fire. Oh, 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 oh. Our vehicle deathbed continues. Where did that come from? Ah, okay. More Americans. Ah, that's annoying. So that is their yeah, man portable tows, or portable ones anyway. Okay, well that's good to know, and I'm glad it only cost me a BTR. We should be able to give some kind of response to that. Okay. Oh, I did want to check. What was I saying? Let's go back. So he rolls up, putting some shots out, but can't actually see anything. So it's an underslung grenade launcher there, and yet we still can't see anything. And there she wrote. One destroyed BTR. Our crew is okay, but I'm annoyed we don't even spot these guys before they take us out. How bizarre. Okay. Well, that was a less than an ideal minute. So we've got some new tow assets to deal with. So I think, well, a couple of things. I can target that area. I'm gonna set my mortars up to drop on New House, but I think I need to push forward with these infantry sec squads. Start trying to advance a bit more than just a couple that I've got, and try and close the range on some of these things. And I've only got 35 minutes left to do it, because at the minute I still can't get any vehicles around this corner without getting absolutely millered. Of interest, can you? Yes, you can. But hopefully we can at least take it out. Where was it? Right beside that tree. So let's maybe set up, and then I'm going to go do a quick cut. I'm going to check all my various positions. Let's use this chap if we can. This tree. Perfect. At least hopefully we can take that out. Yeah, I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm going to check and then make some thoughts about how we can start advancing a few more of our infantry elements, and also swing ourselves over here so we can actually get a bit of spotting before we just walk into more automatic grenade fire. Alright, I will catch you back shortly. Alright, and we are back. So, as I talked about, I'm going to use the remainder of the mortar shells just to kind of pepper this area, because I don't know exactly where the American defences are in and around here, but I suspect there is a few, so I'll just drop everything I can on that part of the objective. Meanwhile, I'm grabbing a lot of this infantry and just starting to kind of push them forward a little bit, see if we can't get a firmer hold over here. In terms of what we're doing about this tow unit, I've got, I think you've seen already, one of my recoilless teams is going to have a go. I've actually asked a second one to have a very short go, so maybe just fire off one round, just on a target briefly command, to hopefully take this thing out of action. And that, I think, is about it actually. Everything else is pretty okay. I'm bringing forward that reserve infantry platoon. I'm also trying to shuffle forward my tanks slightly to get them, like I say, in a position down here where we can hopefully come up and target that ridgeline. But to do that, I need to make sure we're not just going to get peppered by a load of other anti-tank assets. So maybe we'll just click on and see what happens. Oh, I'm guessing that's a recoilless rifle. That looked like a phenomenal hit. Okay, so I'm pretty happy about that. We'll have to see what retaliation we get now that we've kind of given themselves away. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, good, happy at that. We'll go back to our overview position. And again, we'll see, we might well find that we're come under fire from somewhere because of that. In fact, it looks like he's already come under fire from somewhere. On this right hand side, I didn't give them any more specific orders other than to kind of spread out. Right, just gonna throw a quick pause in and come back down here to find out where and what these guys are coming under fire from. Okay, it looks like it's a very heavy machine gun over here. Okay. There we go, which we've now got a full spot on. So I have got my machine gun to have a little bit of a battle. I don't know how effective that's going to be, but hopefully we can turn the favour once these guys get into better position. But I'm slightly concerned the fact that we can't raise our heads up without getting mullered. Oh, looks like we are getting some shots out over here. Yes, indeed we are. These guys have turned, spotted, and are now starting to fire. The sight lines are not great. But that's good if we can take out the heavy machine gun. Where is he? Hiding there. Oh, and he is cowering, but definitely not out of the fight yet. That would be a big win. So let me come back to our overview position. Sorry, I probably do far too much of this kind of zooming in and out nonsense. Oh, and I'm going to do it some more because we've finally managed to find these guys who've been the bane of my life on this left-hand flank. Well, we've found one of them. Let's see if it's just a pair of these guys. Oh, I'd be so unhappy. Right. And hopefully you guys have the spot and are engaging. Spotting, casually turning, moving. Ish. Right. See what we get in terms of flashing icons. Oh, looks like they've run away. You know, I do want to get through this mission at some point, but I also want to check what happened to these guys. But just for experience sake, let's take the trees off. Okay, one goes down, gets up. Second man goes down. There may be others, but that's good. At least we put some of them down. And I also wanted to see. So these guys have resurfaced their head. So we have inflicted a couple of casualties at least upon this squad. We threw a grenade at them. They got pretty unhappy about it, but they have resurfaced. Okay, that's fine. Trees back on, please. So we may have at least finally paid back something over here, although our deficit is significant. Apart from that, things seem to be going okay. I think it might be worthwhile actually. I don't know how much these guys can see. Using some of these a bit more, these recoilless guns a bit more aggressively in terms of taking on these infantry positions. But overall, I'm relatively happy with that. Oh no, it's not. I thought it was my tank. I tentatively seen if I can get a tank through a tree line here. Okay. I'm now going to get my BTR to continue to expose itself before we risk any tanks. But I'm happy with that turn. Okay, so... Oh, sorry, I put cutting for a big sneeze there. Thoughts for next turn. Going to keep the infantry filing down here, all these kind of infantry squads. Probably going to support them a couple of machine gun, what they call teams. And I'm going to push this BTR right up till there. And I can't see I'll tweak some of the infantry orders over here to see if we can't continue to get eyes on this hill without getting ourselves millered. But that's difficult because I don't know exactly where that automatic machine gun is. Yeah, and again I'm going to move a couple of tanks into position. I might even get them to make a dart for it, because they're going to be exposed for such a little amount of time. I think even if there's an ATGM asset, they can see them, they're going to get out of sight range before they get hit. So that's one thing, really moving and stopping is the danger. If you can move quickly, break the line of sight, then it doesn't matter if they've spotted you and fired, they ain't going to hit you. So I think maybe we'll do that, because I'm a little worried about my time. Push some tanks, maybe 3 or 4 of them down into this little area here where they are out of sight of essentially everything, and then we're going to think about our big gambit of coming up to this ridge line, hull down, target this top of this hill. Do you know what I think I might do? And I'm getting ahead of myself. Is I might even say if I do manage to get 4, which might be a little bit tight, I could have 1 on a blind fire, just getting them to target straight away, and other 3 on very narrow target armor arcs, so that it they have most chance of spotting. But I think it's going to cost me at least 1 tank. But we shall see. Anyway, I'm going to put quick cut and check all my orders, and then we'll come back for some more time. Okay, orders issued. Same strategy going to be employed. No real significant changes. I have got my tanks. See, making a bit of a dash for this divot. So we'll see how that works out. Oh, and I also got... I am employing my recoilless rifles, or guns, whatever, in a slightly more offensive capability in terms of anti-infantry. So I'm going to get this guy just to target briefly, you know, expend 1 or 2 high explosive rounds on that hilltop. And I was going to do the same for this house, but I noticed this guy, despite the fact saying they're only cautious, has got a fast order, so he's currently running away from something, which is a bit disappointing, but so be it. Alright, let's hit the go button. See what transpires this minute, and really it'll be interesting to see whether our vehicles manage to get into their positions or not. So we've still got a little bit of suppression going on this hilltop. We've pretty much expended all our grenade rounds. That wasn't the greatest shot from our rifle there. That was better. So, excellent. Now, I don't know if it was the... oh no, he's already dead. It was our machine gun team that actually got the job done. No, it was not. It was our infantry. Excellent. Okay, good. Infantry put themselves to good work. I like it. Let's go back to our overview position. And see what transpires. We'll continue to push the American infantry back out of this area, which is excellent. That's what we want. Right. So that's 3 rounds we expended there. Not really worth it, I don't think. Or actually, no. It's not. I'm seeing the same thing again. Okay. BTR getting involved in the action though. That's good to see. Oh, that was a phenomenal round. If they weren't dead before, they are now. Okay, really happy that this guy's being used offensively. Okay, need to start with use. All your high explosive rounds gone, unfortunately. Tanks moving out slowly. Maybe struggling with some of this heavier vegetation, unfortunately. Oh no! This flippin' Bradley. Oh, that's a nightmare. So this is my ammo bearer, essentially. I had to brought him up the hill, obviously just slightly too far up the hill. And this guy's gone, thank you very much, I'm just going to pepper you 25mm rounds. I've just lost an ATGM crew. That's disappointing. That's really disappointing. Those guys have done such a good job for us. Right, I need to go look at my tanks because they are not performing well. So, two steps good, one step back, you know. Ah, lads. And you're immobilized, so you are just going to get shot to pieces by that guy. Frustrating. Oh man, those engine noises are loud. Okay, what's going on here? Why are you all in each other's way? What? Okay, you should just be coming down here. That's fine. You're coming down behind them. You are currently reversing through the tree lines. And I do not know why. Do you know what? It's fine. I'm going to let you just get out of the way. Although you've made it all the way through. Ah, excellent. So why don't you just get down, get along here, and get yourself tucked in here. Okay. How's our time doing? We're doing okay. We can go another one more minute, see what we can see. You have stopped firing, which is good because you've expended all your rounds. I don't know. Grumble, grumble, grumble. That's all we're going to say. BTR is being put to good use. I like this. And our infantry continue to move through these woods. Oh, you guys are right here now. I'm tempted to actually try and get you to... See if we can't get you into this building. Start just downstairs. Maybe break off some scouts and send them upstairs. Okay, let's go for it. We'll go one more minute and then that'll probably do us for the end. See if we can't get attacks in this position. And then we'll have a little bit of a cliffhanger perhaps. Just before I do that, where and how are you guys getting on? Okay, you're still just pushing up there. I was going to bring these guys up onto this little area. Just again, some better sight lines. Slightly exposed again for the world's most annoying Bradley. But we shall do what we can. I can also get you to probably cancel this. And you can go back just shooting what you can see. Alright, one more minute. Hopefully we aren't going to end this episode on a loss of a tank, but knowing my luck, it's not really, although things shouldn't rely on luck. At least the Bradley's busy, or maybe that's what he should have done. Well, he's busy annihilating another one of my BTRs. So this Bradley has at least 1, 2, 3 BTRs, 1 BRDM, and I suspect a couple of tanks to his name. I think it might be this. Sorry, I'm just looking at these tanks in here. It might be this scrub they are struggling with, which is dangerous because they're now moving like agonizingly slowly. I think it very well might be. On the plus side, no one has annihilated them yet. Just going to let me think this area is starting to be a little bit safe. What, pray tell, was that? Let's jump back 5 seconds. So on the 12-second mark, roughly. Oh, I'll tell you what it will be. Probably will be ammo blowing up. That thing had a lot of ammo in it. Okay, we're done. Tanks are happily trucking here. No one's blown them to pieces. Yeah. We'll probably get you to hold fire. We'll get loud engine noises. 3 of them lined up there. Then we'll go for a pop-up, and that's probably the first thing we'll attempt to do next turn. Oh, no, 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 no. Hang on. I take it all back. That was not our ammo blowing up. That was somebody having a pop. Probably one of the M60s. Okay, that was probably ammo. That was not. I don't know who or what or where that came from though. Not sure. You, however, have made yourself... Ah, no, you haven't made yourself visible. It's just my spotter back here. Okay. Okay, good. Right. So I'm going to call this episode to close here. I think oh God, forward progress a little bit. A very little bit. Killing that tool, I think, has been pretty phenomenal. Although I suspect there's at least another one somewhere. If we can take him out, start of the next episode, then I think we're in a great position to start doing a much broader offensive. And then we can really make our numbers count. Because at that point, I'm just going to flood this place with, well, firstly T-62s, but also BTRs. I have so many BTRs just sitting gathering dust. If I could bring these up and use these in an anti-infantry role, even if I take some losses, who cares? You know? Anyway, all that's going to have to wait for next time. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. And as ever, yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.